Hi, all you guys out there in YouTube land. I'm just gonna say, if you don't like the way I look or the way I dress or how I don't put myself together in videos, just move along. I don't care. So I'm gonna quit apologizing for that in any videos. I'm done. I'm probably gonna make a few videos today. It's gonna be in the same crappy shirt. It's clean. I don't care. This is my first day off work and we are snowed in. So what I'm coming for here for what I'm coming at you today for in this particular video is a review of this doll. This is the Alicia Fairyland Seahorse full package. Meaning it came with everything. The only options I did not choose was to get the sleeping head. And I think that was the only option that I chose no to. If I am wrong about that, I will put a notation in the description. So I have her in her human form right now. I mainly just did this first because I plan to never keep her like this. I just wanted to show you. This wig is absolutely terrible. I'm just gonna preset this whole thing with I have the wig on at this moment to show you quickly, and it's coming off. I hate it. I looked at the website. This is apparently what they claim to be a mohair wig. I don't know if I have actual experience with mohair wigs or not. I have two wigs that are made similarly, but much better. But so yeah, here's the wig, here's the headpiece. The headpiece won't stay on with the wig on. There's nothing. It'll catch on to a magnet, but that's it won't sit properly. I promise you, I've tried. This is lovely piece here. So there you go. We're taking this off. So my problems with the wig will start off, just so I can throw this to the side. It sheds. It's thin. Really thin. I highly doubt my phone. Well, you can kind of see how thin it is. And my problem with it is I don't really care that the wig is thin, but for whatever reason, the wig is thickest at the back of the neck, which to me should have probably been the part that you made the front, because it just looks like you have a weird piece of fabric on her head with random pieces of hair coming out of it. I don't know if that's normal with mo wigs. I know the two wigs I have that are similar to this are much thicker. The problem with them being much thicker is they're much puffier and larger. But that was actually the entire reason that I bought those wigs, was because they were like that, and they fit my characters for that reason. But so here's the part that would be right in her face, and you can see just a bunch of just fabric right here. So I mean, the inside doesn't look like it's badly made in any way. It's very well sewn and stuff like that. It's just the hair. I don't understand why they went with this wig or how they intended to get the original look of the wig, because when I look at the box, I see the style they went for, but there's just not enough hair in the front that if you try to do that, it would just look like she's got a pink scalp and she's balding. So wig sucks. Hope you didn't buy this in a split, because it sucks. Also, it is completely fitted to a minifee head. Unless your head is exactly the same size as a minifee or slightly smaller, it's not going to fit. It literally pushes on exactly to the head, which would have been great and a really nice fit. Not needing a wig cap or anything like that would have been amazing if it wasn't so thin. So here are her ear fins. We're just going to go ahead and just work our way down the body, and then I'll switch her onto the seahorse head. They are really cool. I got mine in clear resin. If you got them in a darker resin, maybe the magnets wouldn't show through. They very much show through, but the magnet is located directly behind the head. So you can kind of see it there. In person, it's super, super visible. And I don't really, it doesn't bother me because it's literally directly behind the ear. So, you know, it's almost impossible to see when you're looking at her like straight on. So that's nice. And for those who didn't know, yes, they are held on by magnets. I didn't know that. As I said in my box opening, I thought they clipped onto the ear. Other than that, they feel a little bit cheaper and more plasticky than other resin pieces that I'm used to, but I'm assuming it's the type of resin they used. So we're going to take those off real quick, just for safety reasons, while I'm throwing her around. And we're going to go in the head. She has her name stamped on the inside, which I doubt I'm going to be able to show you because of where my lighting is. She has the same stamp in her head. And she has a butt ton of magnets. So you have 2 here and 2 down here. Those are, of course, her ear fin ones. This, I'm assuming, was to be for the headpiece. We'll get to that in a moment. So she has the normal minifee neck connector. I will say, I think this neck connector is different than my other ones now that I'm thinking about it. Is it? Let me look. Ooh. Yeah. This neck connector is different than what I'm used to now that I'm looking at one of my other ones. Because the other one has a piece over top of the hook. I need to look at my Centaur girl and see if she's like that too. There's a lot of gapping in between the neck and head. The neck does not fill out the whole head hole, if that bothers you, just so you know. Like, you can see how far it comes out. It doesn't really bother me too much or anything like that, so just for you to know if that bothers you. And the last part of the head, like the way it's constructed, to do with this, her full set is this. I don't know how they wanted you to have it sit on the head. No matter how nicely and neatly I put it on, it gravitates to one or the other magnet on the side. So I'm assuming somehow they have it where it's not, but I can't find a way. I'm going to try it with a different wig. So if that's a specific question you care to have answered, ask it in the comments below and I'll tell you if it came out well with a better wig. But it's a little hard for me to reach my MSD wigs right now to try it, except maybe the wig would balance it out, but that wig didn't. So not really sure about this, or why they didn't just put one directly in the middle of her head to hold it, because that seems like it would have made more sense and then made her compatible with the unicorn horn. But whatever, I guess. So I looked at the website and she is supposed to be on the large bust. So there you go. I did not find any major flaws in her resin or anything of that manner. I will admit to the fact that I am not one of those super anal people. When it comes to stuff like that, I realize that these are, you know, made by small companies and small imperfections happen. She came with this little piece here, which I think is cute. It's just a little armband and the bracelet. The funny thing is the bracelet definitely sticks to the hand magnet, because of course you take the hand off and then you have to get it back on there. And when you're trying to slide it on, it just wants to connect to the magnet. The magnets on her hands are really good. They're nice and tight. This one is a little bit on the looser side comparatively to the other, but not enough where I'd be afraid of losing her hand. And her legs are the most tightly strung legs I have ever had in my BJD collecting life, I think. I didn't mess with them a lot when I first opened them because I don't care. I'm not gonna, keep her on them. But they are tightly strung as a mother. She came with both flat feet and heeled feet. And the heeled feet are what fit the resin shoes. And you cannot put them on the wrong foot. They will only fit on the correct foot. They do come with a string, and there are little holes to string it so that you would know it wouldn't fall off her feet. I just didn't do that at the moment because those holes are super tiny and I didn't want to deal with it. So I did forget to put on her underpants. And if you were actually dressing her to stay in this, you would want those underpants on because these pants are completely see-through. I do think it's kind of cool that the legs have bows on them that are pretty much almost completely strategically on joints to hide jointing, which is pretty cute. And the skirt is a separate piece so that it can work with the seahorse outfit as well. So she would normally have the underpants underneath the pants, which would then make them not see-through. I just forgot all about those. My bad. And of course her flat feet, which there was no problem with. The magnets were good and stuff like that. So I am now going to switch her onto her Seahorse Body and show you how that works, which I think I showed in my box opening anyways, because she came on this body. But so I'm gonna leave the pants on and the skirt up. So you pull up. This sits right in this indentation groove here. So bam. And you unhook. I can't do this backwards, sorry. Legs to the side. You sit there. And we're going to bring... Actually, I'll show you this separately just for a moment, so it'll be easier. So, here's her Seahorse Body. The top half is a little bit more opaque than the part that is magnetic. So, this is magnetic. It can only go on one way because there is a notch that keeps it from going on any other way. It's not horribly strong, but not enough to make me worry about it either. And of course there are multiple joints. So you have the hip joint here. And there's another piece underneath it as well that moves. So there's two right here. One bigger piece. Then this moves right here. And this piece. And then this piece. It's really tightly strung. I would try to move it more so you could see, but it's super tightly strung. And wait, no, that's not the final piece. You have this piece. Okay, yeah, this whole piece is the final piece of the stringing, and it comes to there. Oh no, what am I doing? There we go. So, as I mentioned in my box opening video, if you go to CP Fairyland's oh, wait, there is a small piece. Oh, there is a small piece at the end of this that moves and swivels. Okay. I was like, this has to move if I'm going to get her to stand, which I don't think I'm going to do in this video because I haven't practiced it yet, and I'll just end up looking crazy. But that is it. I did look on the Denver Doll website. The fins did only come in clear no matter what body you got, so these are pretty strong. And then you can close the little flap or open it to put the fin in. Bam, bam. I don't really use these fins, mainly because they make it really, really hard for her to sit because they're so in the way. So I've never really used them on my Scarlet either. This tail works exactly like that tail does. I have not seen any differences so far in it. The only difference is I feel that this part seems a little bit big for the minifee, like just the butt, as opposed to the 60 centimeter one that seems a little bit proportioned better. If that makes any sense. But I'm not really sure if that's just me or not. So the fin has the same hook on the inside. And this is why I sit the skirt right up, because then I'm just going to slide it down here. So you hook it on just like before, pull it out, and lay it down. And she sits right in this little groove. You can kind of see the resin move there, but it's all underneath the lip. So she has some movement here where she can go around. So I'm not going to review the minifee posing. You either know that or you don't, which is fine. If y'all want a review, I mean, I could give you, but I'm pretty sure there's one out there. There's gotta be. I just don't. They've been around for so long, and even the different lines are pretty similar. Okay, so here she is on her Seahorse Body. This is how mine's gonna stay. All in all, I am super happy that I got her. I will talk about in an update how I feel about my whole collection of MSD scale dolls, or 1/4 scale dolls, whichever you'd like to say, and kind of how I feel about that. But all in all, I'm really happy with her. I think of all of the full set outfits I've gotten so far, this is probably one of my favorite, because it doesn't have crazy lace up. You gave me a button to button her shirt with. I want to show you some more detail of her outfit, and then I'll go into her accessories, because I almost forgot about them. But she has these really pretty beads here, and detailing. And the detailing on her skirt is beautifully raised gold stitching, I think. That's what I'm going to assume that is. I am not a seamstress. I know nothing. But super gorgeous. It is layered with some white glittery tulle, and that's just the skirt bottom half. And the front, the purple beads and detailing are here, but we also have these little pieces that are exactly the same as the arm. So, and there's also a tiny little row. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this because it's blue and she's blue. Pull it up. Tiny little row of these little blue beads. And you cannot even tell they're blue. They're very blue in person. That row. So it's like this, a row of beads, and then the purple, and then the trim. We also have, the blue beads are also in her top, which I don't know. So, yeah, she has the blue beads here too. Wonder if I can get you closer without this coming really crappy video. So, you can see the camera doesn't really want to focus on the detail, but the detailing in this bodice and in this skirt top, I think, are absolutely amazing. Let me sit that back. Okay. So, favorite full set in a long time. The top does have a little ribbon, I guess, that attaches from right here and then runs up behind her neck to keep it up so she's not showing her boobs all the time. And it buttons with one single button in the back. Same thing for the skirt. It's one single button, which to me is amazing because the lacing up of my the last one was not fun. I can never lace up another item and I'll be happy. So the skirt sits a little bit more on the human hips better. It rides up a little on the Seahorse because it's so wide, but as I said, the whole wideness of the thing I think is a bit much for the minifee, because when you're looking right at her, there, and see how wide she gets. Which actually doesn't look preposterous, it just kind of feels preposterous. Maybe I just gotta get used to it, but her bum is just like she has a humongous bum. But you can see how simple that was to just click off, just to unbutton and button right back. Dun, dun, dun. If I wasn't so afraid of her face scratching on my clothes, that would have been easier. Oh, I did forget all about the fact that she does have the premium glitter eyes, which I did show in the box opening. They are beyond gorgeous in person, and she's not gonna focus as well as I would like in this video. But trust me, they are the same super glitter. There's like a dark pupil in the back, but it has so much glitter and stuff on top of it that you almost can't even see it. The face-up is your average Fairyland face-up. Fairyland has a very, very distinct style of face-up. I personally like it. I know a lot of people don't. This one does have a glitter lay on it and white lashes, which I think some people were complaining about. But really, these white lashes are so thin that I think they really work. Like, they're not super thick. Like, I've gotten some doll eyelashes that are, like, super thick. Like, you use the human ones and cut them down, which I think is fine for black ones, but for white ones, it looks a little bit weird. These are really nice, in my opinion. The only thing I would say I'm not hugely fond of on this doll's face is just her lips. And it's not her makeup, it's the lips. But, I'm still super happy with her. I'm going to put her aside. If you care to see how I feel about the accessories, keep watching. If not, I'm pretty much done. Stay. I'm going to go through and take some detailed pictures of these, but just to tell you, the swords have the same plasticky feel as the fins and the ear fins, but the detail on them is gorgeous. There's little gears here, and there's texturing here. There's texturing on different type of texturing on the guard, I think is what that's called, the guard. And then of course you have the little ball at the end. So the swords are identical. The detail is amazing. Not exactly sure why they didn't give us some sort of gripping hand to hold these, because as it is with the hand she has, her hands are way too far open to hold them. They can kind of just balance in there. Don't really understand why they did that one. So, Fairyland, it'd be nice if you gave us some sort of grippy hand where this could just fit in and kind of at least snugly enough that she could hold it in different poses, but right now you're kind of balancing them. The other thing is my favorite accessory in the whole wide world. I love it. I love it. Sorry, you're closer to me now because I moved the camera, so my bad. And you can see the fins. This I'm definitely going to take pictures of and put on my Instagram, because there's no way the camera's going to pick up how cool the detail is on this, but you can kind of see the gears on the bottom of the skull, and there's a skull face there. It's more transparent. My face is upside down in the skull. I'm 2 years old. And the video feed for me is upside down on this side, so that's funny. The skull part is more transparent than the gear parts at the bottom, which is probably why the detail looks fuzzy as well. And there's like this bunch of detail on the back. It's like gears and stuff. I'm trying to show you. But I think that is everything that I had to say. If you've made it this far in the video and you happen to know someone who for a reasonable price wants to sell the top half of a normal skin like doll, I would be totally down for that, because I need another minifee body anyways, so I have half of one. There's probably someone out there who just wanted the seahorse parts or something, so for mods or something. But yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty dang happy with this. My woes have a lot to do with me being very confused as to what I want to do with my 1/4 scale dolls, because everything went down in the toilet again. So when it comes to me having a story for them, and it kind of just, it was there and then it was gone and then I didn't care anymore. So she was supposed to be a part of that story. I don't regret buying her because I'm obsessed with this seahorse mermaid style doll. I think it's gorgeous and I think it's awesome. And I know I would have regretted not getting her. I regretted not getting the first one. So, you know, Lord knows I would have regretted not getting this one. But I'll stop. And her shoe ran away. One shoe's really tight. The other shoe's not as tight. But that's why they gave you the tan so that was the full set. And for a bonus at the very end, this is badass and I love it. This is the 60 Feeple 60 event scar head, and it's great. And I totally forgot that these do that weird twisty. But 2 magnets, normal neck hole for these types of dolls. Halloween 2017 E on both. Etched in very visibly and easy to see, so just so you know. And this is going to be this video. I'm probably going to do a couple videos today. It's up to, so yeah, you're going to see me looking the same and probably not going to do my hair because I don't want to and I'm lazy. And yeah, that's how it works out. So, bye.